IGCSE and O-Level 711022 May-June 2014 paper. We are discussing question 2, Ye's control accounts, Commerce Lecture Online. Let's see the control account of Ye. Paper code is mentioned here. It's a CIE exam paper solution. On 1st April 2014, Ye's sales ledger control account showed the following balances. This is the debit balance, this is the credit balance. We had discussed in introductory lecture, a sales ledger control account may have both debit and credit balances at the same time. So we'll enter them in the ledger account. During April, these transactions took place. Credit sales, this will increase the trade receivable or the sales ledger account. Cash sales, it will be ignored because here the sales ledger means the trade receivable account of Ye. Therefore, cash sales will not be included at all. Ignore this. Returns from credit customer. These are the sales returns. These will decrease our trade receivable account. We will be preparing the Ye sales ledger control account, which could also be termed as the trade receivable account. Debit balance and credit balance will be entered. Credit sales are entered. The amount which is returned by the customer in the form of goods is also decreasing the credit control account. Let's see more transactions. Received from credit customer. This will also be recorded in the credit side. We are receiving money in bank and this received from customer is decreasing our trade receivable account. Let's see the next item. Refunds to credit customer. If we have any refunds which are given to the credit customer, it will also be recording in the debit side. If we are allowing any discount to the credit customers as mentioned in the question, discount allowed to them will also decrease the trade receivable. Therefore, it will come in the credit side. Bad debts written off. It means these trade receivables will not be recovered at all. Therefore, they will also be recorded in the credit side. Further, in the question, they had mentioned that the credit balance is 180. The debit balance is to be determined. So, this credit balance of 180 will be mentioned here as the brought down balance, and same will become the carried down balance. Then, we'll be determining the debit balance by adding total debits including this balance and crediting all these amounts. If we will subtract all these amounts from the total of these debits, the difference is this balance carried down, which we could be recording as the debit balance of Ye's sales ledger. So this balance is to be determined by subtracting the total of credits from the total of debits. The rule off is done before the brought down balances and the carried down balances are given before this total rule off amounts. This is how the sales ledger control account for Mr. Ye is to be prepared. That was the requirement for the month of April 2014, which is also known as trade receivable or account receivable account, and we had done it. Like, subscribe, share. Commerce Lecturer Online.